Hello and welcome to Freed FM. The question you might be asking yourself is, hey, should I give Marvel another shot? Should I check out Daredevil Born Again? And the short answer is yes, you actually should. So we're only 3 episodes into season 1 of Daredevil Born Again, the revamp of the Netflix Daredevil. And I got to tell you, I'm going to keep this spoiler free, but they are kind of nailing it. It's not perfect. Neither was the Netflix show in some ways, but I feel like they're picking it up right where they left off. And for Marvel, for Disney, for once they're actually straying away from that very sterile vibe that they've given to Marvel products releases as of late, where it looks like it's just been filmed on one of those gigantic CGI blue screen sets. I only got that vibe in one scene this season, but so far, honestly, the choreography has been really good. Like in the fight scenes, it's been really good. The dialogue's been really good. And I really like the direction that they're heading with the show. So I'm very excited going forward because I think this is kind of opening up a new possible era of Marvel. And that could be the kind of cinematic, more geared towards mature audiences, which I feel like most of the fan base post Endgame felt like they just needed to do, was to continue to entice those fans who have been watching for. I understand that you want to bring in a new fan base, but you also want to keep the ones who have been literally dedicated for like 20 years of movies still on board. And I don't think that they were really doing that with their most recent releases that they've been doing post Endgame. But I feel like this is really good. And that's why, everything I'm seeing about Thunderbolts is also giving me a lot of hope as well, because it's been referenced that it's almost like an A24 film that happens to be Marvel. Some of the trailers like showcasing just amazing shots, some good cinematography in there. You love to see it. And you know what? That's another thing that you kind of see in Daredevil, actual good lighting. A little bit more, you know what? Like, let's stop the bullshit. All right. Whatever. I know, like, we've joked or said it's got to be a money laundering scheme when these $300 million, and it probably, like, no way they cost $300 million. Go back to the basics, create good films about these amazing characters that have amazing stories, and give it what it deserves, and give it that indie look. Give 10, fuck $300 million, give like 10, 20, $30 million to like some indie film, an indie director, and like let them just go wild with it. I think like you're going to be able to produce some amazing things. Like obviously Kevin Feige's still going to have the reins, but I do think that they could really create something. I mean, I am excited again for the Russo brothers to be back in the director's chair, but then again, I don't know, we'll see. But honestly, I feel like this could be a very huge turning point for Marvel and the TV shows and the movies that they're going to release thus forward. If Thunderbolts gets an amazing response, and also the rest of this season of Daredevil Born Again and season 2 performs well, and the response is overwhelmingly good, I think you're going to see a huge pivot in the type of movies and shows that they're producing and how they're shot and what the aesthetic is of them. So I'm very excited for that. So you even had the Hollywood Reporter tweeting out Marvel could be leaning in an indie direction. So the article goes on to talk about how Florence Pugh said that Marvel's Thunderbolts is a badass indie A24 feeling assassin movie. And that's what I was referencing before about how it has this A24 feel, but still a Marvel movie. So I'm very excited that this is what's getting reported. And honestly, like I said, I feel like if they get an overwhelmingly good response, this could be the direction we go in for future Marvel products, films, whatever. I don't know what to call them. Assets. That's how they look at them. At least that's what Florence Pugh believes about the upcoming film Thunderbolts. In a recent joint interview with the cast and creatives, Pugh told Empire magazine how different the film feels from usual projects in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It ended up becoming this quite badass indie A24 feeling assassin movie with Marvel's superheroes, Pugh said to describe the movie. Thunderbolts director Jake Schreier, who also directed the A24 produced Netflix show Beef, was advised to make the film something different, he added. There's a certain amount of that beef tone in it that does feel different. There's an emotional darkness that we brought to this that is resonant, but doesn't come at expense of comedy. Thunderbolts follows a group of unconventional, whatever. We don't really need to go through that. But as you can see, they're kind of broadening their scope a little bit with Marvel. And I think this is an experiment that needed to take place because you see the success of, like, I'll just use Matt Reeves' Batman as an example, and how how much praise that's gotten, right? And then of course, like with obviously losing James Gunn to DC and like seeing what he kind of did with the Guardians of the Galaxy was, I'm not going to say it was completely void of some of those sterile, like Disney-esque properties that comes with a Marvel movie. But James Gunn took a more mature approach to those three films. And he's obviously taking that mature approach with DC going forward, where it's like fun, but there is a lot of creativity that goes into it, and a lot of authenticity that comes with that. So I think, honestly, we could be seeing a really good change happening here. So I'd love to know what you guys think. Please let me know in the comments if you've checked out Daredevil Born Again and what you're thinking about it thus far. I know some people on Twitter have had some mixed opinions. And then also let me know if you're excited for Thunderbolts and if you think Disney might be heading in the indie route. Anyway, guys, that's all for me, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.